I stand here overwhelmed with sadness and sympathy as we mourn the tragic loss of one of our own. Deputy Darrell Brown, 40 years of age, almost 10-year veteran of our office, worked last night his first shift back to work at the Orient Road Jail. He worked in the booking facility. He got off this morning at 7 a.m. He's on his way home, northbound on Highway 301, on his way home to get some rest. He lives in Pasco County. For some reason, we don't know why yet, he crossed into the oncoming lane of traffic. A tractor and trailer driver hit the brakes, did everything he could to try to avoid this collision, was unable to. The energy of this truck striking our deputy's personal vehicle almost head on propelled him in a circular motion, and his car came to rest almost 100 yards north of where the tractor and trailer came to rest. Our deputy was tragically, instantly killed here on Highway 301. Deputy Darrell Brown is married. He has a blended family of 5 children, the oldest being 20 years of age, the youngest being just 5 years of age. Deputy Darrell Brown's father also works here, is a member of our office. His father is a crossing guard and has been a crossing guard for almost 11 years. So over the last several hours, as we're working through this investigation, we're also making notifications to his family and mothers of the children, and at the father's house, who had to go through this and was notified why he was out keeping the kids and children in this community safe. I want to say thank you to the Florida Highway Patrol for working this investigation. As you can imagine, as an agency, there's a lot of grief and a lot of mourning that has to occur while we still provide the service to the residents of Hillsborough County. They've agreed to work the investigation and work this traffic crash. This alleviates our investigators for having to come out here and, as they're mourning, investigating the loss of one of our own here. I want to thank Hillsborough County Fire Rescue for their immediate response here on scene, and I want to thank our state attorney who took the time to be here. It seems like it doesn't matter what circumstance, we can always count on State Attorney Susie Lopez for being by our side when we talk about the partnership and how members of the Sheriff's Office have become partners and family members of hers. That's evident when she has such an immediate response as here today. Madam State Attorney, I'll turn the microphone over to you for a moment.
Thank you, Sheriff. I stand here this morning as a representative of the 320 men and women of the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. We consider the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office to be our family. And as a family, we mourn with our brothers and sisters of the Sheriff's Office this morning after this tragedy. It does not appear that this is anything criminal in nature, but we are out here this morning to show our support and to lend any assistance that we may during this tragic mourning. And we support the office, the deputies and the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Florida Highway Patrol, as they investigate this tragic crash. Thank you very much.
Thank you. With this being extremely preliminary, what questions can I attempt to answer?
Sure. I know it's obviously early in the investigation, and we walked up to the scene after things had moved around a little bit, but it appeared to me that the truck driver had jackknifed, as they will when they hit their brakes full on, in order to avoid the collision. Can you talk about what that truck driver did in order to avoid the collision, and how is the truck driver?
Yeah, first was to try to slow down. And as evident with the skid marks that you can see there, several feet of them, he did everything he could to stop that truck to avoid the collision, to the point where the tractor and trailer jackknifed because it came to such an abrupt stop. Unfortunately, in this case, it wasn't quick enough with our deputy's vehicle being in his lane of traffic, and the collision still occurred. But there's no doubt, excuse me, in my mind, he did everything he could. The driver of the tractor and trailer, as you can imagine, is shook up, but fortunately, he didn't sustain any type of injuries as a result of this traffic crash.
Again, it's very early in the investigation. Is there anything to indicate that perhaps your detention deputy fell asleep or had a health issue or something that would have contributed to him crossing that line?
Yeah, great question. Again, We don't know. And at this point, if I said anything, it would be pure speculation, and I'm in the facts business, not the speculation business. We don't know. Was it a medical episode? Was he distracted because he was on his phone? Did he fall asleep? Was it a mechanical issue with the car? I simply don't know at this point. Again, doesn't really matter. At this point, he paid with his life.
Sheriff, can you tell us just a little bit about him? Obviously, he was a family man. Just a little bit more about who he was.
Yeah, he was a great employee, had a lot of favorable reviews, was well liked, and unlike a lot of our deputies who dedicate to serving in detention facilities, they don't come into contact with a lot of the public or other law enforcement agencies. In this deputy's case, it's just the opposite. He works at the Orient Road Jail in the booking facility. So every law enforcement agency, when they place someone under arrest and bring them to be processed, they come into contact. It's Deputy Brown who was always there to lend that helping hand to book these individuals and get them through the process. So I think as his pictures posted and people realize who he is, it's going to be a lot more members than just the sheriff's office that have to mourn and grieve this great loss. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.